Think about all the amazing advances video games have undergone since Super Punch-Out was released 15 years ago. Polygons, the online revolution, and motion controls are just some of the fancy new inventions. And just think about all the gameplay advances. And yet the Wii version of Punch-Out stays true to the original, relying on the same pattern-based combat and silly boxing caricatures. And you know what? This game is incredibly fun. The fighting is just as intense and rewarding as it was back when the first Punch-Out came out so many years ago. And the cartoony visuals have so much charm, you'll be laughing out loud when the merciless enemies aren't pounding you senseless. This is a fantastic update to the original and a blast even if you have no nostalgic ties to the series.
One, two, three, 4, 5. Come on.
You play as Bronx-born Little Mac. He's 17 years old, 5'7", and a whopping 107 pounds sopping wet. Your opponents? Oversized abominations that tower over your bite-sized brawler. Even Glass Joe, who's named after the most breakable material known to man, looks down at you with disdain. There are 13 boxers in the game. Most of them appeared in the original Punch-Out. So you'll face off against classic characters such as King Hippo and Great Tiger, complete with some new moves that will keep you on your toes. There are also some retreads from Super Punch-Out. Bear Hugger hefts his 400-pound frame into the ring for some punching and maple syrup drinking, and brand new characters as well.
Ready for this? Yeah, Disco Kid!
Disco Kid isn't as charming as the old school fighter, but he has a flashy style that makes it a blast to knock him around. The gameplay is nearly identical to how the original played out. Fights are all pattern-based, so you'll need fast reflexes and a good memory to win the bouts. You can dodge to either side, duck, block, and throw a number of punches with either hand. Your opponents will still telegraph their moves. They flash red before they swing, so you can anticipate every attack. But it's not nearly as simple as it sounds. Opposing boxers are fast and powerful, so a few mistakes can land you face down on the mat. You'll have to be able to adapt quickly, consistently dodge attacks, and lay out some healthy counter blows. Even when you get the basic patterns down, there's still plenty you need to learn. If you punch your opponent at the perfect time, you can earn a star power-up, which lets you unleash a jumping uppercut. You can also knock most fighters down with one well-timed punch, so replaying them to find out all these little tricks is pretty awesome. There's also 3 challenges you can try to earn against each fighter when you face off against them in exhibition mode. Some of them are pretty easy, such as scoring a first-round knockout, but there are some devious ones as well. The challenges add a lot of replay to the game, making it a blast to fight them over and over again to discover all their weaknesses. The visuals complement the fast gameplay perfectly. The art style from the past is preserved here, giving a cartoony look to the proceedings. The visuals add a lot to the experience, providing the silly, comic relief every boxing game needs. This is the first Punch-Out to feature a 2-player mode, and it's also pretty awesome. The matches pit 2 Little Macs against each other, and you unleash the same punches and dodges as your single-player counterparts. When one player lands enough punches, though, they hulk up, turning into a monstrous Gigamac. At this point, the game actually plays very similar to the single-player portion. The player controlling Gigamac can throw massive punches and taunt his friend, while the person stuck as Little Mac has to time his dodges to have any chance of landing a punch. The 2-player competition isn't the deepest experience, but it's fast and fun and can get awfully heated when the seconds are ticking down and you're desperately trying to land a knockout. The one issue with the game is the controls. You have 4 different choices: the Wii Remote turned on its side NES style, the Wii Remote with a nunchuck, and either in combination with the balance board. Traditional controls are flawless, letting you dodge and smack with precision. Swinging your arms with the Wii Remote nunchuck tandem can be tiring after a while, but it still works just fine. It's when you toss in the balance board that things stop being fun. You have to shift your weight to dodge, but it doesn't always register, and when it does, you often sway the wrong way. There's no reason to ever try this game with the balance boards. It just makes a great, exciting game frustrating. Thankfully, it's purely optional, and the other control options are spot on.
Carmen, mi amor! Casi! Vamos! Ole!
Punch-Out is an awesome update to the classic formula. The gameplay doesn't change much, but the pattern-based brawls are still so intense that it's just as fun as it was so many years ago. When you hoist the championship belt, you unlock a hard zone, which gives your opponents all new moves. Here, Glass Joe will don a helmet to protect his fragile head, King Hippo will duct tape a manhole cover to his belly, and other fighters will find ways to counter your wrath. This all adds up to an incredible experience, and anyone with a hankering for some old school action should check it out.
Hey, good looking.